Often, we are remembered not for what we've earned in this life or the accomplishments we've checked off, but rather we are remembered for how we gave back, for how we touched others' hearts, and how they touched ours as well. This is the mindset that guides the Hearts in Motion organization and the group of Washington State University students and faculty that take part in this program each year. Hearts in Motion is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that is dedicated to providing necessary medical care for citizens in Guatemala who would not receive the care otherwise. The organization works with teams of surgeons, dentists, and other medical professionals, as well as passionate volunteers from the United States, to provide year-round medical support in rural villages in Guatemala. The volunteers' backgrounds may be different, but their goal is the same: to help people.
I see a lot of changes down here because we've built schools and we've worked in the hospitals and we've changed people's lives with surgery. But the biggest change that I see is not even in Guatemala. The biggest change I see is in the people who come down and participate, the volunteers that come. And as I get older, I realize that's the most important thing for me, because I might be able to give somebody medicine for a month here in Guatemala, but the kids come back to the United States and they're so excited about what happened, and they realize that they have the power to make a change, and they change themselves.
For the past 9 years, WSU has sent groups of students to Guatemala to assist with oral surgeries, cleft lip and palate surgeries, diabetes and anemia diagnosis, and much more. Throughout the time there in Guatemala, the students travel to a variety of rural villages to gain experience in the medical field. But the most rewarding experience is the lives they touch and the lessons they learn along the way.
I think one thing that's been especially eye-opening is just seeing the drastic differences in kind of our day-to-day worries coming from the United States, definitely a more well-off nation, to Guatemala, where many of the people here worry about where they're living and how they're feeding their families, and just even finding a clean water resource. And so that's definitely really something that makes you grateful for just being lucky enough to be born somewhere where you are able to find ways to survive easily on a day-to-day basis and not necessarily have to worry about when your next meal is coming from on every day.
The faculty at Washington State University also understand the importance of the work that the students are doing. For them, they see it not only as a way to give back to others, but as a way to ground the students in a lifestyle dedicated to service.
I hope it shapes them, because again, it's not about life. Well, it could be a life-changing, and some do think it has changed their lives, but it's also about shaping them. You know, where are they going from here? It's not just about career choices, and some of them have chosen to go other ways, you know, in terms of their health profession or medical careers or future plans. That's fine, but it's also about shaping how they understand the world, how they frame their world. And perhaps if they were not already there, to become a little bit more understanding about what other people have to do to survive. Because I don't think we are exposed to the kinds of things that these people are, and they still keep their cheerfulness and their gratitude and their beliefs, you know, and that's, I think, very important.
What these students get to see, learn, and experience is incredibly unique and something that will help shape the rest of their lives as Cougars, global citizens, and people.